Hey, I'm Lydia, and I did something new to my big van. In today's video, you're gonna see the redo of my 2008 Safari Damara. Let's go. Where the door is, I hung up this cute little, it's like a little banner I used to have in my house, and I hung it here so that way I don't have all that light coming in through there and through the back. It's pretty private here, which is what I like now. And when you walk in, the first thing you see is this cabinet, which is where all my solar is. I'll talk about that toward the end. And then here is the kitchen. Then I have the dinette, and then I have the sofa, and the sofa turns into a bed. There is no bed in this RV. Then over here on this side, I have my refrigerator, which is paneled, which I don't use because I'm using this one right now, but there will be changes in the future. I do use this as a pantry though, and I talked about that in another video. I just put storage in there, and I keep also extra waters up here at the top, like emergency water and some stuff for my dog up here. But this is never on, it's always off. Over here, I have some things to hang here, like my keys, extra keys, my dog leashes, my hats are cupped over here. I have my fire extinguisher, and of course some bear spray over here for security. And then over here I have a little closet space that I made here. I have my raincoat up here. My jacket I keep up here, some winter stuff here. And then I have a little light there because I have a hook here where I can hang some clothing or some jackets in this closet. And then I have some storage items here for showering, for the pets, and different things. I love this kitchen because I have 2 drawers, so I don't really have to keep anything on top of the counter, which is nice because I have more counter space now. This cabinet, which I store pretty much all of my appliances in this cabinet, which is pretty big. Of course, I have an oven, and I have 3 burners, which is nice to have. These do work on propane, but I did buy an induction cooker. This is what it looks like now. I'm going to show a picture of the before and after. This is what the camper is going to look like when I travel. The seats in gray. I decided to do gray because the flooring is gray and the table has like a dark gray, and there was already gray here that the previous owner had painted the valances. I have not gotten a chance to do the other side because I've been busy, but that's going to be on the next project that I'll be doing. So this side, it has gray, so that's why I decided to do the seats in gray. Now these are elastic covers that I bought off of, I'll link it down below. I'm not sure if I ever bought these on TEMU or Amazon. I think these were from Amazon, and the sofa one was from TEMU. The sofa one is actually 2 because this sofa is very billowy and I couldn't fit one, so I actually did one for the top and then one for the bottom. And this is 2 pieces for the futon, but these are too thick as a futon, so I had to buy 2 of them. So this is the other part that's going to go here on the top. This is what it looks like. So I got the bottom in because remember, this is going to become a bed, so it comes out as a bed. So the futon, even though this is the futon cover, it really doesn't work as a futon because this sofa is just too thick. So I'm going to put this now. I've been waiting on this piece. This one, now this is different. This one has a checkered, and then this one has it's like a zigzag, and I'm okay with that. If I keep pillows here, it's because I have the seat belts here. In order to cover them up, I have a blanket. My heater plug is over here. This is for my fridge, which is off right now. This is the fridge that I'm going to be traveling right now with, but then we'll talk about that in a second. I have lots of cabinets. This lamp was given to me by my cousins for Mother's Day. They gave me this. It's a really cute lamp. I'm going to be able to plug in my computer, my phones, and all of that with that little light. And it's a plastic light, so it's really good. This is a convection microwave. I keep my kitchen stuff here. In the previous video, I had a television here that came with the RV. It was a Samsung smart TV, and I gave it to my cousin. I don't really want a TV here because I don't watch TV, especially giant TVs. I don't watch them. I'm usually a tablet girl, or a small TV is good enough for me. And I do have one at home. I may put it here. I don't know. But right now I'm in the process of trying to put a small refrigerator that I can put it in here. And I know this was going to be my cat's space but I decided that it was going to be for a real refrigerator, a small little, like a dorm refrigerator, but that works off of solar. I do have one in mind. In all my travels, you're going to see the refrigerator is going to be up here. When I'm going to Alaska, I won't be able to have it here because the furnace is going to be on most nights because it gets pretty cold at night. So I don't really have another place for this fridge. It would be a great solution to have, and one that opens from the front. It gives me a little bit more space because I am going to be more off-grid, and I want to be able to have more items when I travel. This is where I keep electronics, and I keep clothes over here, and then I keep linens over here for my bed. And what's over here? My hiking stuff is over here, and some blankets. First, I bought some seat covers in black because my dog is black and she does sit here. So right now I made this bed for her. I want to be able for her to, when we travel to Alaska, I'll be able to let her kind of like, this is just a cushion, so she'll be able to lie here like she used to do with my truck. And what this is just an ottoman. You got to find the right size ottoman. And the nice thing about having an ottoman here is that I can also use it as storage for underneath. So if I lift up this lid, I can store things in that as well. As far as the dinette is concerned, it's really a comfortable dinette. It's way bigger than my other one. I love it. I love having a window here, and then on the other side as well, having another window. I love also having windows all around this way. This is going to be great for my cat because she's going to be able to sit up here and my dog look out if they want to. So I do love all of the windows here. One of the times that I tried this, I leaned up against this window, and this part here digs into me, to my back. So I remembered I had this in the camper, and I put it here so that when I'm sitting here, I can lean against that, and that's going to be a lot more comfortable for me than what I was doing without it. So since it's just going to be me here traveling with my dog, it's going to be fine. And I'm still going to paint this valance. If you see, this valance is still beige. I still have to paint that. I'm going to paint it the same as that, so I will bring you that when I do that in the future. Our blinds, and this is actually vinyl, a piece of vinyl that I had, and I didn't want fabric here, but I did want something that looked like drapes, but it was able to wipe it down if I needed to. The owner had paneled it with this brick look, which I loved. I fell in love with it. Now I'm going to show you the cabinet here, which is, you can see I'm running the AC and I'm off grid, totally off grid. I'm not plugged into anything. This is what the battery is pulling in. I got 2 lithium batteries on this thing, and this is going to be great for Alaska because I probably won't need the air conditioning there. So this is the cabinet that's here that he built, and I'll open this up too over here. I also have fans here, so there's some controls here, so on really hot days I can run those fans. These fans that are out here, they're to cool everything that's here. Onboard compressor that inflates my airbags and also will inflate my tires as well. And then this is the whole setup here. I also have a cell phone booster here connected here. And then I just keep like some tool stuff here that I need, like light bulbs, and this is for the compressor for filling up the air in this is for filling up the air in the tires. I keep this in here too. Just really good storage here. This is for the light here, for the fans. This is for my awning, and these are for the lights for the awning. The awnings are manual, but I do have lights in the awning, and then there's some other lights here that I can use. This is my bathroom with a separate shower where I store my cat's litter box when I'm not using the shower. I also love the back window for security purposes. RV has some great LED string lights that the previous seller installed that are way better for me in the evening using my solar batteries, and they have a great ambiance too. Sika gets settled here. I want to talk a little bit about why I decided to leave the truck camper. As you know, I love vans, but vans are too narrow for me and my dog and my cat. and I needed something wider, and that's why I went into a truck camper. A truck camper was easy. I modified it several times. I had made one bed into two beds for when my son was small and he was traveling with me. Then it was just a bedroom, and then I took out the big bed, and then I made it into a twin bed. So I got a lot of use out of the truck camper. Don't get me wrong, I love the truck camper and I love my truck. It just felt like a van was too small. I drive my van all the time, my Astro van, and I wanted something hefty like my truck, but I wanted something where I could do a pass-through, and that's the only thing I didn't like from the truck camper is there was just a window, but that's for emergency purposes. But I wanted something where, you know, my cat wasn't in the truck camper and I was in the truck with the dog. I wanted something where I could pull over on the side of the road if I had to go to the bathroom and not have to get out of the truck like I had to do with the truck camper. That was some of the things that I noticed when I was traveling out west with a lot of the girls. Most of the girls had vans or they had RVs, and I was the only one with a truck camper. And unless it was a girl with a trailer, she had the same situation that I had. So we had to get out, you know, on the side of the road and go into the back, unlock the back, and go in to use the bathroom. That was something that really irked me about the truck camper, was that, and the fact that my cat was always separated from us as well. So this I really liked a lot because I had a Class C, and I like the fact that I could walk through it. And for security purposes as well, you know, if something happened, I could just turn on the motor and go, as long as I keep my space in the evening, you know, picked up and ready to just take off. And that was one of the things that I wanted, something like this. I didn't want a loft and I didn't want a bedroom. I've had several RVs, and I knew that a bedroom was just a waste of space because it's basically the whole day empty and it's just a bed. I mean, if you have a spouse or another person, perhaps you do want your own space and you do want a bedroom. Me, I'm traveling alone, so I don't need that. Or if you have somebody that sits outside a lot during the day, then perhaps the other person can be inside and work. So I didn't feel like I needed that. This is a jackknife sofa that I can turn into a bed, and it serves the purpose for me because I'm the kind of person that no matter what, I make my bed every single day, whether it's a truck camper up at the loft or any kind of RV bed. I'm always making my bed. So for me to just close up, fold up my sheets, put them up at the top, and just, you know, jackknife the sofa back up, it's pretty easy for me to do that. So I did like that. But by the way, me and Sika sit a lot on the couch in the evening and watch TV. So this was like kind of like how our routine is at home anyway, with the sofa. And I just think it's really ridiculous when I see a lot of these vans with these huge beds. It's like they have like these huge beds, and you know, it's like, you're gonna sit in your bed all day? Because I don't want to sit in a bed all day. But I have the option with this. I can be in a sofa, and if I want to have a bed during the day, I can open this and make it into a bed. So I just never really liked the whole bed thing. I know it's beautiful, it looks great on Instagram, but it's not practical. It's for my travels and the way that I travel. I just never thought it was practical for people to have big beds. And I've traveled with girls that have done that, and I think they have realized that they left themselves very little space in the vans because they have made these huge beds that, I mean, just pretty much lying in there all day. And I want the option to be able to lay down, sit up, or be at a table, and that's why I like this setup here. Took the camper off. The camper was always on, number one, because I live in Florida, and during the hurricane season it's always got to be on anyway, because if a tornado or a windstorm or something comes through, it's got to be on. I don't really feel that my homestead, even though for a homestead I could see how it's perfect because you have the use of the truck, but for my homestead, I don't really have a wooded homestead. My homestead is pretty clear, so I don't really feel like I need to have a truck, because that's just additional insurance that I have to pay for something else. So I do like this because I also pay less insurance for this, even if I use it as a car to get around, because it's more like a recreational vehicle. So they're charging me less than they would my truck to have this per year, even though I'm using it as a vehicle. And that's another thing that I like about this. Plus, I live in Florida. During the hot weather, I can take my dog with me instead of leaving her home because I have air conditioning. So if the day is really sunny out, well, it's perfect. I don't have to worry about not bringing the dog if it's sunny out. I could bring the dog because I have air conditioning and she's able to come with me, and I'm able to go into the store and shop, and she's able to be inside comfortable with air conditioning as long as we have good solar. My solar system couldn't do in a truck camper was run my AC. You can't run a regular RV AC on solar. Now the solar on this is amazing because I have 400 watts, 100 each. But if you look at I'll show you here, if you look at it, I can unfold. The capability is I can have 800 watts. So if I park somewhere off grid and I'm going to be out for like, let's say a week or something, and I'm going to be steady somewhere, I can get up on the roof, or somebody can get up there and just unhook the panels and then open them up. And what it does, it allows me to have 800 total watts of power. So I will pretty much have my AC on all the time. And I just bought an induction cooker as well. You'll see that in my trip as well. I will be cooking on induction cooking. I'll try to use as little propane as I can. I did fill up the propane, but I really won't be using that, as little as possible. I do have a generator on board. I have Honda 250. The generator, the original generator from this was removed, and he did put an off, like a small little generator, which is hooked up to the fuel line here. And the reason that I wanted that too was because I'm able to service it myself on the road rather than having to pay somebody or pay those prices to have it big generator serviced. My cousin is going to plan on showing me how to change the oil and do all of those things so that I can use it. I also have an electric water heater here, so that's another reason that I like it, because I could run the generator and not have to use the propane to heat up my water. In order to take a shower, I can just top off. Because I'm going to Alaska, most likely I'm not going to have bright sun all the time. It's mostly raining there a lot and it's cloudy. I will probably have to run my generator in the evenings to top off my batteries. I probably won't be using my air conditioner on that trip, but I'm going to try to cook on induction, and maybe when I'm traveling I'll have my slow cooker on and things like that. Good girl. You being a good girl. You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. You're cozy? Yes. It's going to be really good when we get to travel together. I'm so excited to travel with her. The thing that I liked about this also was that it has dualies. So as you know, I'm going to Alaska, and having extra tires on the RV is going to be better than having just 4 and the spare. I do have a spare underneath. What's going on? You're so vocal today. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to have dualies on this, which is nice. And I did buy the tire pressure system, and it's been wonderful because it works off of my dash solar. You can see my cousin installing these on my tires for under $50 from Amazon. Keep it on the dashboard all the time, and what that does is it tells me the pressure that's in my tires when I take off. And then I also have a backup camera installed. I also have cameras. If you look over here, there's a little camera there. I have one on this side, but that one just came unglued, so I just glued it, and that's being held up by that until it dries. I love these mirrors. I had these in my Class C, which are great. They're nice and big. They fold out, and I can see very well over on the side. Over here, this is where my backup camera is. I also have, everything is radio, Bluetooth. I can answer my phone through this system here. And I can also see from this, I can change. This tells me the cameras that I'm at. I don't have anything on 4, but I do have 1, 2, and 3. So 1 is the backup, 2 is the right side, and then that's the left side. Did buy a clock. In my truck I had a clock, so I bought that one on the dash. I also had my cousin install a compass for me because I also had a compass in my truck, and I feel like lost when I'm traveling without a compass. It's also got an alarm system, and it's got a very powerful horn. There's for like if it's a panic or something. It's also got an alarm that rings for attention. This is our thing. We're gonna get to go to Alaska together. Get ready? Get ready? We gotta get ready. Gotta get ready. We gotta get ready. Oh my gosh. In the next few weeks, I will be mostly just doing some stuff that's going to be getting ready for my Alaska trip. There's going to be a lot of research and a lot of things that I'm doing, but I've been a little bit slow right now because I have situations at home that have been happening. I had my son come visit. I had a cousin of mine come visit. And it's the summertime here in Florida, and you know how it is when family comes to visit. So it's been really nice spending time with the family. And then I also got to get all the family prepared to know that I won't be here for 4 months next year. And that's something else that I'm working on as well, to make sure that they're going to be capable of managing all of this during the hot summer months, during the 4 months that I'm gone. As many of the links that I can for the products mentioned on this video will be down in the description box below. Thanks for watching. I hope you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.